Hi and welcome to OneCricket's live before the all-important game between Australia and Sri Lanka. This is almost a do and die game for Australia, the defending champions, because if they lose this one, they will
Nearly
be out of the contention for the semi-final spot. Plus, they need to win this one by a huge margin because, as we all know,
considering the strike rate.
that's right.
Net run rate.
And considering the fact that New Zealand literally thrashed them in the opener, where they were the favorites to win it.
Were you expecting New Zealand to win with that big of a?
No, I did expect New Zealand to win, but I was not expecting that big a margin.
To be honest, I didn't expect New Zealand to come out.
If you go back to our live of that day,
Yeah.
pre-match, I predicted that New Zealand will win.
Yeah.
You did, and all your predictions were right. 4 out of 4, I guess.
Till now.
Until now.
But you were sad that Brazil was left out.
Yes. That day New Zealand did drop Brazil, which I don't think was a very good
Decision.
decision.
But anyway, stars were in their favor.
Yes, of course.
Okay, so how do you so as we all know, he's our prediction master nowadays. So how are you seeing this game?
This game would be a means many people are thinking that Australia once again might win this as a one-sided affair, but I don't think so. The biggest thing is that it is the clash between the world champions and the Asian champions.
But we need to see that before the Asia Cup, Sri Lanka visited here for 3 match game, and they were literally bullied by the big boys.
See, don't take into account what happened in bilateral series. KL Rahul was lots of runs in bilateral series. So let's just ignore that.
We shouldn't criticize that poor guy. I think.
So moving ahead in this match, I think Sri Lanka is going to give a tough fight to the Australians.
Yeah, they would, but we should see the fact that Sri Lanka have beaten teams like the teams like Ireland, I guess.
Yes, in the last
Netherlands also,
Netherlands,
if I'm
yes,
not
in the
wrong.
group stage, and I think I said this before also that Sri Lanka is making it a trend to lose the first match and then come back strong.
But what I think was they were thrashed by Namibia, and now they'll be playing Australia. Both of them, both these sides have some experience of playing on bouncy and juicy bouncy tracks where pace is very familiar. And Sri Lanka, to me, the batting isn't firing that much in these conditions. They
But I
are.
would say, see, the first big test for the Sri Lankan whole team,
Yeah.
with batting and bowling unit, will be this one. But given the fact that if you are speaking about form, the Australian team is also not in a great form, and their majority of their key players have not been playing
Yeah.
their best cricket. So that's a thing that balances the equation here.
Australia's opening isn't firing as much.
Yes.
Middle order is also a little when it comes to
Yes.
bowling.
If you see a comment in our chat, someone is predicting Australia will this easily.
Yeah, I second with Warrior 17.
But considering that the ICC World Cup Australia में हो रहा है, but Sri Lanka being a spin heavy side, they are still performing brilliantly.
Australia has more pacers in it. Yes,
Sorry,
pace
my
heavy
bad,
side.
my
Yes,
bad.
pace heavy side. Pat Cummins, Josh.
Sri Lanka being a
Sri Lanka being a spin heavy side, they are doing well. But the thing is that if you have noticed the matches till now, these tracks here in Australia have not been the traditional Australian tracks. Most of them have been too paced, have helped the spinners. That's why Sri Lanka has done well, and I think Sri Lanka will be doing well in this match also. I would keep this a contest as 55-45 in favor of Australia.
considering that there is overcast and dew comes into play, it is cold also, so
So Australia might have a big advantage, but I think Sri Lanka will give them a very tough fight in this match.
I still don't think so. I genuinely want a beautiful game of cricket, but I am not able to see Sri Lanka challenging
So,
Australia.
I would say that did you expect New Zealand winning by that much?
No.
this, let me tell you, this T20 World Cup has been so unpredictable. All the underdogs are coming up. Two-time world champions are out of the
The tournament
qualifiers.
already.
Starting from the qualifiers only. It's not
Yes.
like they are knocked out from the eliminators or
No.
something.
So I
It
think
is
this has been
so
unpredictable
unpredictable.
tournament till
Yes.
now.
I have an out of context question for both of you.
Hmm.
Have you overcome from the hangover that Virat Kohli gave?
No, I am still hungover by that
Absolutely.
innings.
I think it will take some 10 years for that to sink in, you know.
So a candid question, कितनी बारी highlights देख लिया अभी तक?
I haven't counted. Maybe 82 times.
82 times आपने?
स्टार स्पोर्ट्स में पता नहीं कितने बार चला दी होगी.
82 times or 82 not out times?
Still counting.
But that was some.
That was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Only I did this in that live also. Hats off.
True. अगर मानो या ना मानो, that man has lit up the tournament.
Yes.
मतलब
But the way he has set up the tone of the tournament,
Yeah.
you would be expecting those kind of matches even more.
yeah. But coming back to the main game, sorry, the game which would be playing today, will be playing today. So big news: Adam Zampa won't be playing. Mostly,
Australia has means as per the latest news from Australian media, it is that Adam Zampa might not play. But again, Western Australia,
Yes.
but again, Western Australia somehow somewhere released a press release, even a press release that he might play.
so
It's a bit dicey.
the man has tested positive for COVID-19.
So-
as per the rules by ICC, he can play. Obviously, he can play, but I
But
don't
they will
think.
need the consent of both the team players
Of course, of
and
course.
the management.
What do you think? What do you think? If he doesn't play, who would come in?
Who are in the standbys?
So they have option of Aston Eagle,
Mhm.
then they have Swips. No, I don't think Swips in.
I don't think. I think they would be going with Ashton Yeager only. I think that would be the biggest means best option for them.
Right. Because he has been performing well
But
in the last match.
what I think they won't be bringing in a spinner, because we all know Asian sides tend to play spin better than pace.
That's true.
And they do have options of Glenn Maxwell or Tim David as spin bowling all-rounders.
So I would say that what you have said is right, but so what do you see? Who might come in? Do you see Cameron coming in his place?
No, you would troll me for this because I have been against this thought the whole time. But because Australia's batting collapsed the last time around, they would be needing someone like Steve Smith. So he might come in.
I am always saying that Steve Smith is required in that team.
But he is just an anchor. We need someone. So coming back to my point again, Virat Kohli anchored the innings at first. मतलब his strike rate was below 100. मतलब
55 in the first 20 balls.
21 balls पे he scored, man really scored 11 runs, and then he ended up on 150 का strike rate. We need someone like that. We need someone like David Malan. मतलब England भी they had Joe Root 2016 World Cup में, but उन्होंने अपना thought process change कर दी. We might need an anchor, but हमें ऐसा बंदा भी चाहिए who can go
Save the wickets.
save the wicket
But
and then go and Tom the bowler as well. I don't see.
Someone like Virat Kohli, perhaps.
Of course, wahi, my point is, I don't see a Kane Williamson or a Steve Smith doing that. To an extent, I don't see Babar Azam also doing that.
Yeah.
Babar Azam has already, I would say Babar Azam has proved himself enough in the T20 format till now. Going ahead, I don't know.
I
I
With
don't-
Virat Kohli and the players or the batters that we compare him with, Kane Williamson, Babar Azam and Steve Smith and so, Virat Kohli has taken a step forward.
Of
I
course,
think.
of course.
कि मतलब विराट कोहली ने वो चीज दिखा दी है कि स्टार्टिंग में वो ही कैन एंकर द इनिंग्स बट आगे जाके ही कैन आल्सो प्ले अग्रेसिवली. बाकियों में वो चीज दिखी नहीं है कि they can play both the roles.
And what I feel is the rest of them, मतलब सारे classical batters and technically strong है. संजीत जी है स्पीकिंग हिंदी, मतलब वही वाला चीज है कि विराट कोहली जो है, मतलब उनके अलावा जो बाकी सारे लोग
देखिए,
हैं,
आप
they try to produce a shot. मतलब and कोहली अपने
It comes naturally.
Naturally.
But the thing is, आप जिन लोगों के साथ उनका कंपेयर कर रहे हो, विराट, I would say Virat Kohli is way ahead of them.
Of
as a cricketer.
That's what we said.
And the thing is that कि विराट कोहली, जब भी कोई क्रिकेट का डिसीजन आप कर रहे हो,
हाँ.
don't keep विराट कोहली in comparison.
हाँ
he is a class apart. But
No, but we are saying कि उनको वैसा चाहिए कुछ विराट कोहली जैसा
coming back to the point कि कौन हो सकता है जंपा का replacement, I would say they would go with Ashton Agar because it would be a like replacement.
ऑलराउंडर
हाँ, वो बीच में बॉलिंग भी करेंगे, स्पिन अच्छा खेलते हैं पता है एशियन साइड्स, लेकिन बट स्टिल यू नीड अ स्पिनर टू बैलेंस आउट द इक्वेशन इन योर टीम. और अगर ना हो, the last option I think could be, I don't think Steve Smith coming in suddenly, I prefer him to be in the team, लेकिन मुझे नहीं लगता कि they would bring in suddenly, it would upset the balance. मुझे लगता है कि Cameron Green could be the next.
आई थिंक so too, क्योंकि पहले जो प्रेसीडिंग टू द वर्ल्ड कप कैमरन ग्रीन ने जो परफॉर्मेंसेस दी है, आई थिंक थोड़ा थोड़ा बहुत टीम को भी लग रहा होगा कि
तो
मे
अगर कैमरन ग्रीन आते हैं टीम में, वो बॉलिंग तो करते ही हैं, they can promote Green to the
Up
opening
the
spot
order.
and bring Finch down. That could stabilize the innings. I don't know what could be the equation. It
हाँ
looks
मे
very.
बी अगर डेविड वार्नर के साथ देयर इज अ कैमरन ग्रीन तो मे शायद कोई दोनों में से कोई तो फायर कर दे.
एक और चीज मेरे को ये लगता है, मतलब इतना कंफ्यूजन है उनकी बैटिंग में, वैसी ही
बहुत
चीज
बहुत confusion
जो लास्ट वर्ल्ड कप में था,
है. वही
वो ही चीज इस बार उन लोगों ने मिस किया. लास्ट टाइम उनका प्रिपरेशन सबसे अच्छा था.
सबसे अच्छा था. They were settled before.
एग्जैक्टली, मतलब चाहे दे लॉस्ट इन वेस्ट इंडीज, बट उनका टीम जो था, प्लेइंग 11 या फिर स्क्वाड जो था, दैट वो उन लोगों को पता था कि क्या करना है. क्या होगा वो नहीं पता था, बट क्या करना है वो पता था. इस बार ही वो
उल्टा
सही जा रहे हैं.
अभी ऑस्ट्रेलिया का जो रीसेंट बायलैटरल कौन सा हुआ T20 के पहले
इंग्लैंड.
इंग्लैंड के साथ, वहां पे वो लोग पूरा टाइम हर मैच में कुछ ना कुछ एक्सपेरिमेंटेशन चल रहा था.
एग्जैक्टली.
And before that, I think they played India.
या एट होम
In India soon.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, there also we saw that David Warner did not come. Cameron Green was opening. A player who was not even in the World Cup squad was opening for you. बहुत confusion रहा है इन लोगों के World Cup में जाने से पहले. That's why the team is looking that much unsettled.
ट्रू. एंड मतलब
और एरन फिंच का भी फॉर्म
कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं रहा.
हाँ.
मतलब I don't want कि they come back to
Come back strongly because we would like to see a good Australian fight back. लेकिन from here, what I see, I don't see Australia making it to the semi-finals, frankly.
बोल्ड स्टेटमेंट.
I don't see with them making it to the semi-finals. क्योंकि मुझे लगता है इंग्लैंड के खिलाफ भी येलो हारने वाला है.
और सेकंड थिंग, मतलब T20 में कुछ भी नहीं कह सकते, किसी भी दिन कुछ भी हो सकता है, बट न्यूजीलैंड ने बता दिया दे आर अ स्ट्रांग, मच मोर स्ट्रॉन्गर साइड देन देम.
I see New Zealand and England now qualifying for finals.
न्यूजीलैंड तो मतलब जिस तरीके से उनके बैटर्स जो है ना, द वे दे आर परफॉर्मिंग.
New Zealand is looking a very compact team. From the very beginning, I am saying that they are one of the favorites.
या अच्छा, चलो श्रीलंका की भी बात कर लेते हैं. लास्ट गेम वाज 10 विकेट विक्ट्री फॉर देम.
I don't think it was a 10-wicket victory. I have to look back a bit.
जो भी है, तो कुशल मेंडिस प्लेड ब्रिलियंटली.
Yes, Kushal Mendes was.
बैक टू बैक.
It was 9 wickets.
ओके, so yeah, almost.
प्रीटी मच अ बिट. आई मीन दैट इज
Kushal Mendes is in a great form. 2 consecutive half centuries.
Yeah.
He will be a crucial man for this batting order. And I think with him, they did not play Pathum Nissanka in the previous match.
Yeah.
Pathum Nissanka, I think, will be making a comeback in this one,
Yeah.
as it is a very important match.
He played slowly in Australia. वो जो
Last match, yes.
but he was among the runs.
Yes.
I guess he
और
was
मुझे लगता है कि कुशल मेंडिस के साथ वो बैलेंस करते हैं ओपनिंग में.
Yeah.
बहुत अच्छी बैलेंस है. एशिया कप के इंडिया के खिलाफ जो मैच था, इन
हाँ.
दोनों ने ही मैच इंडिया के हाथ से निकल के
बिल्कुल
निकल गया था. तो मुझे लगता है कि बहुत अच्छी, मतलब दे कॉम्प्लीमेंट ईच अदर वेरी नाइसली. तो मुझे लगता है इट विल बी अ गुड पेयर एंड श्रीलंका विल बी लुकिंग टू गेट दैट पेयर बैक एट द टॉप. उसके बाद देयर आर क्वाइट एक्सप्लोसिव प्लेयर्स लाइक भानुका राजापक्षा, चरिता श्रीलंका, बहुत अच्छे प्लेयर्स हैं. तो श्रीलंका विल बी गिविंग अ टफ फाइट.
Do you see a firepower in that batting?
I would go with Rajapaksha. If he starts firing, he can be very dangerous.
कुशल मैन, आई मीन 2-3 ही प्लेयर्स हैं उनके पास जो who can
I would say कि उन लोगों का जो कैप्टन है दर्शन शना का, उनका एक चीज मैंने देखा है कि प्रेशर में वो बहुत अच्छे परफॉर्म करते हैं. मतलब उनके एवरेज स्ट्राइक रेट ये दैट डजंट स्पीक मच ऑफ हिम, बट लेकिन जब भी मैंने देखा है कि श्रीलंका अंडर प्रेशर रहा है, दर्शन शना हैज कम आउट एंड हैड प्लेड सम अनबिलीवेबल.
इवन चरिता श्रीलंका है
चरिता श्रीलंका, राजपक्षा, these two I guess. ये लोग पुल के अच्छे प्लेयर्स हैं. तो
And I see a bit of Rajasthan Royals of 2008 in them because there are not many big star players, but there are quite a few utility players.
Comparing Dhanush Shanaka to Shane.
Not that would be a big comparison, but I'm saying that quite a few similarities within these two teams.
But Sri Lanka, even मतलब with the history, they were a great team.
Yes.
अभी जो कुछ सालों में they were not. अभी फिर से वो underdogs बन गया I feel. तो लेकिन जो उनके पास अभी confidence है ना, that is looking something else.
Yes. So and वही बात है, पहला मैच हारते हैं फिर बहुत अच्छे कमबैक्स करते हैं अभी तक, तो देखते हैं कि क्या होता है. I would still say, be ready to get a tough competition from this tournament.
That would be so interesting to watch.
Okay, so if you are a captain, if you win the toss, what will you be doing?
I don't think toss plays a.
Toss doesn't play a very big role in Australian grounds, but I would say this part pitch is a new one.
Yeah.
Match that has been played here, they are not going to use the same track. So नया pitch है, तो as a captain I would field first. I would get an idea कि क्या हो रहा है pitch में.
I think you could get a lot of advantage out of the spin and the bounce.
If there is, पता नहीं क्या होने वाला.
Let's pitch the opposite.
Let's pitch, but क्या मतलब what the curators have done with. So you field first and get an idea of how the pitch is behaving. और second innings में जाओ chase करो.
So there is a question from Arijit Kundu. He is asking, should Patton, Astalanka and Dhananjay De Silva all three play together? Patton was rested in the previous game. What do you think?
Silva, Charita Salanka, Pathum Nishan.
Yeah.
All three played.
I think they can go with all three. Pathum Nishanka being the opener with Kushan Bendis. At number 3 comes Dhananjay De Silva, and then Charita Salanka follows. But for that to happen, they would have to drop someone from the lower middle order, like Chamika Karora. So they that would be मतलब वो क्या composition के साथ जाते हैं मुझे पता नहीं, लेकिन but I will definitely be sure that Pathum Nishanka is making a comeback. Who is the player to get axed? I don't know, but I am sure that Pathum Nishanka is making a comeback.
Okay, cool. Last thing before we head on to the fantasy tips, which everyone wants to know about.
Yes.
How do you see Australia's big three bowlers, pacers, making comeback? Because all three of them were bashed.
Went for quite a lot of time.
I don't see, to answer your question, I don't see Mitchell Stark making too much of a comeback. I think he's very short of confidence. It appears to me the way he's doing things out there. Pat Cummins has done what he does generally in T20 cricket. He is sometimes in very good form, peach of a bowler, sometimes he's out of form. So I think, but Hazelwood will be a key factor in this match.
Yeah, and I think someone like Kusal Mendes or Patton Nissanka should play something like what Conway did for New Zealand.
Yes.
Because these two teams have a commonality between them कि ये explosive batting unit नहीं लगते हैं. But and to beat a side like Australia, you don't need to be that explosive. एक anchoring थोड़ा सा 150-ish striker पे खेले and बाकी players पूरे बहुत ज़्यादा आउट करते हैं.
Arijit Kundu has a quite interesting question. A new turf of Perth, should Hazelwood be the captain?
Fantasy captain.
Okay. If you are making a risky team, you can go with George Hazelwood because
क्योंकि ये जो ऑप्टिस स्टेडियम है ये वाका नहीं है, तो ये पेस एंड बाउंस वो वाला नहीं है. It's the closest to a continent pitch, not subcontinent, but the closest to something.
yes, so if you speak about the fantasy teams, if you are looking at head-to-head contests, I would go keeper Kushal Mendis, and my four batters will be. I will go with a four batting combination. My four batters will be Finch, Warner, Dhananjay De Silva, Pathum Nishanka. We will talk about it. And my three all-rounders will be Marcus Stoinis, Karunaratne if he plays, and Wanindu Hasaranga. And my three bowlers would be Hazelwood. And I would go with if Zampa plays, I would go with Zampa. I think someone like Pramod Madhushan could be a good choice.
I think that would be a very brave team. What do you think?
Warner, bringing up Warner is such
Yes,
And he's missing on Matthew Beard as well.
yes. If you are looking for to be a bit on the safer side, I would replace Finch with Mitchell Marsh.
Okay.
He can, because I still feel that if Australia does something, it will be Mitchell Marsh, the batter would be helping them.
Also, Mitchell Marsh is coming in this game with मोटिवेशन आई गेस
Yes.
कि उसका अगर हम लोग ने प्रेस रिलीज जो हमने अपलोड भी किया उसमें ही सेड कि उन्होंने ये चीज लेके आए थे कि वी नीड टू विन बिग और गो
Yes, we need to win bigger.
और अभी ऐसा टाइम है कि मतलब आप फैंटेसी में ऑस्ट्रेलिया से कोई भी बैटर उठा लो फिर भी और इसकी टीम ही रहेगी
That it looks like that, but I don't think Mitchell Marsh could be a safe pick.
Yeah.
And if you are looking to make a risky team, as Rijit, our friend, has suggested, we could make a captain or vice captain from the
Yes.
bowlers like Josh Hazlewood. And you can also count in Glenn Maxwell. We are quite a few people are counting him out. I don't know why, but in the last match he was the highest run scorer. 20 of 20 deliveries. So just don't count him out. He can do something.
Australia just for Australia so chalo I'll be making a big claim if Smith or someone from Smith or Cameron Green come in so I'll be making them my captain.
I think I would go for Cameron if this was the case.
Yes, if Green comes in, I would suggest everybody to make him a captain or vice captain because he could thrash the Sri Lanka bowlers. He has
Right.
that ability to
Yeah.
come in and just go after the bowling. That's a big,
Even
big
if he
plus.
is opening, we don't
Yes.
see that often in openers.
So last predictions Australia for you or Sri Lanka for you?
Who will win the match?
I think till now this is the toughest question that I have faced in these predictions. I would go with Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka. And you?
Tough question. I think I would go with Australia.
Australia. And by how much runs do you think they'll be winning?
If Sri Lanka is, it would be a very close contest. I would say I can't tell about the margin, frankly. It would be a very close contest. And if I ask you to pick the X Factor players, who would be?
I think Wanindu Hasaranga.
So are you going for Sri Lanka too?
I think he'll be bowling out his four overs for very economical. He'll be having an economical spell and picking up a couple of wickets. But उनके अलावा कोई नहीं चलेगा. And it would be a
Australian win.
yeah, मतलब they'll be winning.
And for you, Gary, who would be the X Factor? in
I
this
think
match?
it would be either Mendy's because I'm going for the Sri Lankan X Factors. So I think it would be Mendy's or Thikshan. My bet is on these two.
I would go for an X Factor player for Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
As I have said, Sri Lanka will win. I think Wanindu Hasaranga will play a major part in it.
Okay.
So that's it for from us. Do join us in our next lives. Thank you and like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.